Mr. Park, that new business plan you submitted is exactly the same as our main competitor. Yes, according to research, Biscuit Corporation is the #1 company in our industry. They recently started that plan I submitted and been doing very well. So I decided to benchmark them. That means other companies might do the same thing as well, doesn't it? Yes, but if we work harder, we can succeed. What in the world? How are we ever going to grow and succeed if all we're doing is blind benchmarking?
Hello, I'm Amy from IGM. What are the most commonly used methods to discover new ideas and strategies? According to research conducted by worldwide consulting firm Bain and Company, benchmarking resulted as the most commonly used practice. On the contrary to common belief, when looking deeper into the results, it was discovered that benchmarking produced the least amount of success compared to other methods. Benchmarking is the easiest method to use but becomes the most challenging to implement. Why is this? According to the world-renowned business guru, Professor Bernschmidt of Columbia University, the don't ask, don't tell method of benchmarking produces the common obstacles. Less developed strategies are formed when companies carelessly benchmark other businesses and blindly apply it to their own. When this practice is multiplied, it creates an ultra-competitive industry with all too familiar ideas and businesses. Is there a method to reduce the side effects and generate new ideas? Today we will discuss the 3 methods to reverse the preconceptions of benchmarking. The first method is to gather insight from the examples of failure. In the mid-2000s, tech titans Sony and Panasonic both launched their electronic book readers that had exceptional functionality and performance. They came out of the gate with praise from their critics. The ebook's simplistic and minimal design, embodying the trademark of Japanese products, became the symbol for modern technological integration in Japan. The entire world predicted that Japan would lead and dominate the ebook market. But quite the opposite happened. These ebook readers failed miserably. Why? It wasn't due to the functions or the design of the product, but rather the lack of content available. Online bookstores that carried the content were difficult to partner with. Trademark and licensing deals were hard to close, and above all, their asking price was too expensive and unrealistic. The world's largest online retailer, Amazon, saw this failure and decided to create their own. For Amazon first started as an online book retailer. They understood that the most important feature of an ebook device was not the functions or the design, but the ability to offer and have access to the abundance of the best content. Amazon knew that their ability to supply and deliver books was a competitive advantage for them. By benchmarking a company that failed, Amazon was able to unlock their hidden competitive advantage for a new start in a business. So Amazon converted their collection of data of endless volume of books into their ebook device. No one could compete with them on their content, not even Apple. With their exclusive rights and license to their contents, they developed and launched their Kindle ebook reader with great success, and the rest is just history. The second method is to benchmark from a completely different industry. It might seem easy to apply the strategy of a company in the same industry, but doing so can be problematic. If other competitors follow suit, it can create an influx of competitors with similar strategies in a competitive market where all the players are pinning against each other's throats. Instead of benchmarking from a company in the same industry, try measuring a company in a different industry with a situation related to yours. In 2007, Korean IT conglomerate SK Networks was successful in significantly lowering the prices of luxury foreign cars by benchmarking electronic appliance supplier Hi-Mart. Prior to this, foreign luxury cars were sold through directly operated dealers in South Korea. Before Hi-Mart entered the market, the electronics appliance sector was the same. Most manufacturers operated directly owned stores. Hi-Mart acquired large supplies of various different brands at lower prices than directly owned shops. This increased Hi-Mart's buying power and allowed them to purchase more inventory. SK Networks copied the Hi-Mart strategy by collecting various foreign luxury car brands and sold these cars for prices far lower than the directly owned dealerships. SK found a model in an unrelated industry, connected the dots, and became an innovator in theirs. Lastly, learn from the smaller companies, not the larger successful ones. It is all too familiar to find and draw lessons from the large and successful global companies. Finding successful strategies from smaller companies is rare. However, applying their strategy to yours is a great way to differentiate yourself. In the mid-1990s, worldwide company GE benchmarked Samsung Electronics. Although Samsung is now the global market leader in technology, back then it was a smaller mid-sized company. But at that time, Jack Welch, legendary CEO of GE, said, "The steps Samsung are taking seem strange. Take a look at what they are doing," and sent a group of his executives to South Korea. The GE executives learned, studied, and benchmarked Samsung's corporate culture, operational skills, and training systems, etc. To have the foresight to pick out and draw effective lessons from a much smaller company is one of the reasons for Jack Welch's legendary reputation. Let's review. Applying only to successful cases will grant you little to none in differentiation to your respective peers. How about trying a different method? Gain more insight from the failures of others, learn more from different industries, and analyze what can be learned from smaller businesses. This will mark the start of a great opportunity to bring up fresh and creative ideas and is sure to take your company onto new heights.